Ash Beckham, everybody.
Hello, Netroots Nation. My name is Ash, and my Ignite topic is the evolving state of equality in our culture, giving you in a nutshell why the issue of equality is the one that brings us together, the one that unites us all. Now, marriage equality, like most social causes, has a bell curve. Folks that are for marriage equality, folks that are against marriage equality, and folks that are meh on marriage equality. And that's who we need. Societal change happens when we get the meh folks to be on our side. A few months ago, one of the Supreme Court justices actually asked this question regarding gay couples raising kids during the Doe and Prop 8 cases. Really, Justice Scalia? You want to bring our kids into this? You think one mom is protective? Try two. As many of you well know, there are currently over 1,100 federal rights that committed, loving gay couples do not enjoy. I could not list them all in a single Ignite talk. But it's not really about the rights. It's about respect and recognition. It's about the intangibles. And not respect from 9 folks in black robes in Washington, but from our neighbors. And that happens when equality becomes a social norm. Just let our families be treated like everyone else's families. Let our love be treated like everyone else's love. And regardless of what the Supreme Court decides, our families are not going anywhere. We'll still send our kids to the same schools. We'll still be in the cubicle next to you. Not giving us rights doesn't make us disappear. We will not be adjudicated back into the closet. All we want is for our kids to be able to go to school and tell their friends that their moms and their dads are just like everyone else's. We want to be able to be at the bedside of our dying spouse of 50 years. Can anyone enlighten me on how that affects someone else's family? Our love destroys nothing. This utopian vision of a normal family is so archaic. Right now in the US, nearly 70% of kids are raised in non-traditional households. Non-traditional is the new majority. Leave it to Beaver, please. I say, leave it to the Beavers. Lesbian couples are raising kids who statistically perform better academically, have higher self-esteem, and have lower behavioral problems. Now, I'm not saying we're perfect, I'm just saying Justice Scalia, dude, it clearly helps. And what if gay marriage is legalized? Actually, it already is. And last time I checked, there wasn't a plague of locusts descending upon Massachusetts. And Iowa schools are not teaching kids how to have gay sex. All that's happening is that gay couples are getting their best shot at happily ever after. Now, these kids are holding union signs, but they could easily be signs for any cause represented in this room. That message is universal. We need to move forward together. We all want the same thing. We all want equality. Right now, there's a little lesbian growing up in Missouri or a little gay boy in Texas, and they need to know when they walk down the street that I'm not the only one on their side. They need to know that their allies are not just the folks narrowly defined by the issue of gay rights. They need to know that these guys are not the only ones on their side. Now, don't get me wrong, I love these guys. I could only wish to look that good in spandex. But gay kids growing up will always know these folks are on their side. They need to know that the straight white guy in the suit is on their side too. To quote one of my heroes, you gotta give them hope. And not your buddy that works for the HRC or your friend that volunteers at the Queer Youth Shelter. You gotta give them hope. There's an entire generation of kids counting on us. There are millions of little ones that we represent. This little one, she has 2 moms, but she could be the poster child for any of us. Don't let your cause limit who you defend. We have freedom for no one until we have equality for everyone. No longer can we have marriage equality progressives and environmental progressives and immigration progressives. Progressives divided against themselves cannot stand. But together now, together we will change the world. Our legacy to our children must be that we will no longer battle each other over the crumbs thrown down from up on high, but that we will push, boost, hoist, and lift one another until we have a place at the table. And once we get there, our work is not done. Once we have a spot at the table, we must lift our brothers and sisters up until we all have a seat, until the table is ours. So I challenge all of you to go back to your communities and partner with the progressive organization you have never worked with before. Get your people and their people in the same room, and I guarantee the things you have in common dwarf the things that are different. It is time that we stop being individual causes and become a movement that is focused on equality for everyone. Now is the time. If not now, when? And if not us, who? As we all know, it takes a village, people. And I can't think of a better group of folks to make change happen than the people in this room. Thank you to Netroots Nation for allowing me to speak. And to those of you inspired to move forward together, I thank you in advance for being the change you wish to see. Enjoy the rest of your night.